Hey folks, bit of a deja vu, you haven't clicked on the wrong video, but yes, I have gone and just bought myself a new HP Reverb. Now, I'll keep this very brief, because Colin's getting bored already, but basically, why have I gone and bought another one after all of that happened and, you know, sort of my decisions and sort of review and all that? Well, I guess I felt a little bit frustrated. When I took it back, I just felt like the headset wasn't the best it could have been. You know, there was issues with flashing screens, the particular software that it uses, the Windows mixed reality software and Steam VR. Look, Colin, we're on video, you can't be doing things like that, come on. Steam VR and, you know, Windows mixed reality is actually improved quite substantially since this came out. There was a particular Windows update as well that many people were reporting the headset was a lot clearer after that as well. So it was always been in the back of my mind, it's always niggled me, and I don't know, now that the HTC Cosmos has been sort of announced and released and it's a pretty dismal job, and all of the headsets really are now kind of in the consumer market. It's just made the Reverb a bit more compelling because this is the only headset that has that true 4K resolution apart from the Pimax, but that's another video for another time. So I guess really I just wanted to try it now that it's been sorted, now that it's been kind of like through that teething problem. Also, I was very impressed with HP, the whole process of taking my other headset back. They gave me a nice little discount on this as well, which kind of swayed me a little bit. And I think, you know, I'm ready to try it again. I am definitely ready to try it. So, I mean, really for flight simmers, you know, flight simmer geeks and racing sim fans, this really is the only headset which offers such good value for money. You know, £600 for that 4K resolution. There's just nothing else out there. And I think because of, like, for me, for X-Plane, now that Vulcan's going to be coming out soon, performance is going to increase, which will be all good news for this headset. Now, I'll just quickly say before I wrap this up, because it's just going to be a very quick introduction to this, my conclusion, my thoughts about the Rift S remain intact. I still think if you're in the market for one headset for X-Plane 11, go for the Rift S. Totally, it's really sorted. The tracking is superb. The ASW projection is good. That is the headset to go for, honestly. But if you do fancy that extra headset, I guess I could compare this to say the Rift S would be a Ford Focus. You know, it's an all-rounder. It does everything brilliantly, but it doesn't set you alight. This is kind of like a tracked Focus Ferrari, where you're kind of like, you know, it does one thing well, and that is the resolution. This will be solely for seated gameplay, seated simulation experiences. Colin, behave, come on. So anyway, I'm not going to do an unboxing video or anything like that, but what I'll just open it up very quickly, because I haven't actually opened it up yet, just to show you it once more. I know what you know it looks like, but I'm actually intrigued to see what the cable's like and if it's much different, because this has been the source of the problems, is this particular cable here. So I'm guessing there will probably be a clip or an attachment for this, or it may have been revised, I don't know. But if you want to come a bit closer for this last bit of the video, I'll just reveal the headset once more. I've got to say, I love the way they package these things, really nice. It's going to be really interesting, you know, trying this again for the second time, now that I've had, a good 4 months using the Rift S. So it's going to be quite interesting going back to this. If it doesn't work out, I'll send it back. It's as simple as that, really. So it's kind of a win-win, really. And there it is. Just take this bit off here. Oh, do you know what? I've actually forgotten how light this is compared to the Rift S. Very, very, very light. I don't know. I've always preferred that kind of baseball cap design. It's a lot more comfortable on the for longer periods of time with that leather sort of face shield. It's just a really, really nice quality headset. So I'm really hoping that this time it's going to work out for me. So should we just peel a lens off to finish the video in, and we'll do that now. Don't know if you can get in there and see that. I always love this bit. Gonna get in there, that's it. So we'll just peel those lenses off, and I will see you in X-Plane 11. Okay guys, we are now back in VR, and we are currently at Sanderson Airfield in Washington, one of my nostalgic airfields that I used to fly in Flight Unlimited. And believe it or not, I'm actually in the Rift S first. This is not meant to be a strict comparison because we've been there, we've done that. I don't intend on doing that as such, but I haven't actually flown in VR for a couple of weeks, so I just want to kind of get a feel again of what it's like to be in the Rift S with the really high super sampling rate that I have. I set it to 2.0, so effectively my computer is sampling, the GPU rather, is, you know, it's sampling the image higher than 4K, and I've said this many times before, the image is incredible. It really is. It pops out. The lenses are superb. So really, you know, I'm a huge fan of the Rift S. Please remember that. I'm not getting rid of my Rift S, no way. I spent about 3 hours in it the other night with a friend, playing a few VR titles, and it was huge fun. It was fantastic. So even if I never strictly fly with it as such again, which, you know, I'm sure I will, but you know, it's always going to have a place in my sort of tech fleet of gadgets, I suppose, you know. But anyway, we're going to do a bit of a circuit in this aircraft. Now, the reason why I've chosen this aircraft, which is the Citation 550, is because all of the gauges and dials in it are so tiny. If you remember, I did a couple of videos back, I actually mentioned that if I do get a Reverb again, this is the perfect aircraft to try it in, because even on my monitor I do struggle to read some of these gauges. And as I say, in the Rift S, this is probably the worst aircraft I've come across. Like, I can't really read all that down there unless I zoom in, which is not a problem, it's just a button press away. That's avionics power, DC power, but if I look back from here, no chance, I can't read any of that. And even with super sampling, you know, you do see the pixels, you know, sort of shimmering around some of these texts, but it's no issue really. But you know, it's just something to bear in mind if you want the ultimate experience in VR. So we're just going to take off now. We're not going to pay much attention to any particular procedures here. I haven't even woken up my trim wheel here, but it's fine. I just want to get this little circuit done so we can then jump in the Reverb. I don't know why that's doing that, but I don't care. Right, here we go. Right, okay, that's all I want to do really, and we'll... God, you know, this area is just absolutely stunning. I have cheated a bit because I did say I wasn't going to fly in VR until I did the transatlantic flight, but this is just a short little test really. What a place, and those mountains as well in the background. Now as I look out, a stunning view there, all those mountains. But as I've always said, when you've got sort of, you know, a washed out, or not so much washed out, but a colour that is completely uniform, and you're looking into the distance, that's when the resolution really starts to impact, and you can see screen door effect. Okay guys, I hope you can hear me okay. We're now in the Reverb, and this is my very first time, straight after using the Rift S, of being in this headset again after about 4 months. And the first thing I immediately thought of straight away was, there's no Mura. Where's the Mura? I instantly looked for it and I cannot see it anywhere. Maybe if I really look hard right out to the sky, there's a little bit of sort of like a fogging, maybe, but it's honestly, it's nowhere near as bad as the headset I had. It's so clear, and it's just a really sort of a less pixely experience, if that makes sense. There's just no pixels anywhere, there's no sort of shimmering or anything, and looking down at all the dials, yeah, I can read everything. Isn't that incredible? Oh my goodness me. Yeah, I can read that much better than the Rift S. I can. But if I look, I'm really like concentrating here and just sort of doing quick tests. The sweet spot on the Rift S is definitely a bit better. So I do remember, yeah, it's just, I can see if I look, say, at one particular point and then just move my head left or right, there's just a ever so slight blurring, but you know, that could be just because of the pin sharp 4K image in the middle, and you kind of notice it more when it tapers off. But we are away. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, that audio is very, very nice. It's been a long time since I've actually had headphones, proper headphones, and it really makes a difference. Whew, wow. Better wake my control up actually. Oh, here it comes, here we are. And we'll just do a circuit like we did before. Oh, wow. And now I'm starting to think just how nice it is, how comfortable and how light the thing is. You can even read the runway markings from this angle, from this far away. And looking again out to the horizon there, I can just see those mountains really clearly, even though it's a bit of a hazy day. And there's just no screen door at all. Now all these things I've said before, you know, I've said all this before, so it's no real news to anybody who's seen my video.
2500.
But honestly, it feels a bit clearer since the new sort of software updates. I was really curious to see how it would feel now they've had a bit of time. I can tell that Windows mixed reality and Steam VR, just the sort of interface looks a bit different. Now I'm also using the Reverb's microphone, so it'll be a good comparison as well, just to see how much better or worse I sound in the headset. And this ortho is looking very nice indeed. Okay, I'll try and keep this short. I could quite happily keep flying for hours, in fact I might do, but this is just a very quick first sort of raw impression of the new Reverb version 2. Also, it will be worth just mentioning as well that there is a sort of plastic kind of protector for the lead, like a clip, and I'll just put that in now so you can see what that looks like. I suppose that, you know, is obviously quite a quick fix for them, so they could address the issue, and hopefully that will address the flickering issues.
1000.
I intend on doing a 5-hour session in this headset, and what I'll do is I'll try and put a video together of that.
Think rate. I'm
also going to try DCS, Elite Dangerous, Aerofly and Project Cars in this headset. So I'm really going to put it through its paces a lot more than I did last time.
500.
Oh wow. Looking at everything in this cockpit, oh my goodness me.
300.
This is amazing.
50.
Okay, concentrate.
40. 30. 20.
Just to get this
10.
landing. Whoa. Reverses. Oh wow, the rumble of the reverses. It makes you kind of realise actually that audio is very important in a sim. And having been used to the Rift S kind of strap style sound, sort of that kind of very odd design, it makes you realise that yeah, this is so much better. This is really nice. I think, to be honest guys, this is the ultimate VR headset for flight simulation or any seated simulation. If you are, you know, I'm quite lucky really to have both headsets. You know, that if you think about the fact that having the Oculus Rift S and the HP Reverb equates to one Valve Index, I think it's a much better value proposition to have both of these headsets. But it does feel very, very clear in this headset. It feels clearer, it does. I don't know what they've done with the software, whether it's Steam VR and the way that they projected the resolution. It's funny, it seemed to be a lot easier to set up as well. I've noticed that literally I just plugged it in and it was a lot quicker affair to get it up and running. And Steam VR, I didn't have to do anything. It detected it and instantly set the resolution scale to the native resolution of the headset. Wow. And weirdly, it's correct actually, I'm getting better performance. I'm hitting between about 35 and 45 frames per second in the headset. So that's better than the Rift S at super sampling level 2, which you need to run it at to get anywhere near. But it just feels very natural because obviously you're not running any super sampling. This is just a native display. And it's really, really, really sharp. Wow, I'm kind of a bit taken back by it, to be honest. Holy hell, this is good. Okay, so that was my very quick, very raw video, just to get it out there, of my first experience with the version 2 of the headset. So far, so good. I am completely blown away with it so far. More videos to come. Thanks guys, take care.